Welcome back to the Tavern Between Dimensions, where hopefully, unlike Christmas dinner, we won't put you to sleep immediately after.
So, we're having a Christmas episode, and we haven't really had a very Christmassy conversation. You know, it's the time of good cheer, it's the time of being thankful and everything. So, I think it would be pretty good to talk about what we're thankful about throughout the year, but with a tavern twist. What tabletop RPG thing are you thankful for this year?
Mhm.
So, I will pass the buck to start with to Dan. Dan, what is the thing of this year that you want to be thankful for? This tabletop RPG thing that has warmed your heart and made it grow and exercise this day?
It would have to be that I don't have to edit any more videos for a while. No, I'm not gonna just jump in and say the channel because that'd be easy. Like, I'm genuinely happy that all of the growth that the tabletop RPG has experienced over the duration of the big sneeze hasn't like immediately evaporated.
Yeah.
Um,
Still going strong.
They're still going strong, and that it's still part of, it's still kind of socially acceptable to the tabletop RPG players, because the bubble has been burst.
Yeah.
The dam is broken. Like, everyone knows how much kind of fun and entertainment and creativity can come out of like a hobby and activity like this. And so off the back of that, it's allowed creators to continue flourishing. And whilst a lot of people were kind of like gateway drugged into the TTRPG world through through groups such as Critical Role, it now seems like they're kind of spreading out a lot more. Maybe it's a perception thing. Maybe it's the sort of thing where, like, we've just not noticed that the RPG community has been growing kind of steadily, but it's now, we only notice it now it's got a spotlight. But still, the fact that I could so readily have like as many kind of people wanting to kind of participate in the stuff that even we do, that's really made me chuffed.
And the growth in the like TTRPG community is like benefits everyone, because Wizards of the Coast sells more books, makes more money, hires more awesome people, and those awesome people make a better product, right?
Yeah.
So imagine if like D&D only had a 10th of the current people using it. Like the features, the size of the books, or the pacing of the books would be way smaller.
Yeah, I'm actually really, really glad that you mentioned that, because to put my joy about the expanding world of acceptable tabletop RPGs, if we were to kind of put my joy about the kind of the growing encompassingness of the TTRPG world, it would be this book here,
Radiant Citadel.
Tales from the Radiant Citadel. Journeys through the Radiant Citadel.
Ooh, special edition.
Special edition. Only the best. At the end, Dan. Simply because the people that kind of contributed and wrote for this book is 100% the most culturally inclusive series of writers that like Wizards have ever kind of had. So the fact that this book exists and is as popular as it is and is as high quality as it is really makes me happy, because there are stories and ideas and themes within this book that truly I don't think would have seen the light of day, unfortunately, 5-10 years ago. So the fact that actually all of these stories are now able to be told, and we're in a position where we want to read this, like, that's amazing. That's really, really amazing. It might sound a bit heavy-handed, but this book, amazing. That's what I'm thankful for.
I have to get my hands on it.
Anton, what are you thankful for in the tabletop RPG world? What makes your heart grow one size this day?
Listen, my heart does not grow; it is solid rock. However, there is one thing that does keep me up at night, and that is feats. Feats make the world go round, and I'm
Right?
excited because one D&D is gonna bring us some more feats, and that is very, very cool. I find that exciting. I love all the options that come with that, and feats are going to become more of a core mechanic in 1D&D, whereas previously in the PHB, optional technically, although not really, but effectively optional. And so that's really cool because we're going to be able to just customize our characters the way we want it. We can mix and match and add little pieces, and it's just gonna make everything just more modulable. Because previously, right, you got a feat or whatever every 4 levels at an ASI, and then you had a random subclass that gave you rubbish features. But now you're gonna get some cool stuff, and it's really gonna make the difference. So I'm really looking forward to that because I feel it's gonna bring more aspects of D&D to the foreground, and not necessarily like combat. I think like in terms of background, like I'm thinking of feats such as gourmand, like the cooking feat, and all these sort of backstory elements that you kind of, once you're in a group, people forget about who you were, and now bringing those feats, allowing you to bring that to the foreground, I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty. That's pretty nice, that one.
Yeah, so I think I'm grateful for 1D&D and the changes they're gonna bring. I think it's gonna be pretty positive. It's gonna re-level 5e, and there's gonna be loads of new things to discover because we kind of know what's happening now with with Tasha's and the PHB and Xanathar's. We kind of know what we're up against, and so rediscovering that is gonna be cool. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be like being a new player. You're gonna get excited with all these new things coming out, and that's what we want. I want to be excited when I open a PHB and not be like, yeah, okay, I know what this is. And, this is, and so that's for me.
I was expecting Dan to do the channel, and I was probably going to do 1D&D, but I see you've already beaten to me. So what? I'll do the channel because, fundamentally, I know it's more your baby, Dan. It's something that you've delivered, but it's been an exciting thing for us every Monday night. I know it was released on Sunday, but for us we played on Monday, so it was always a really good start to the week. And obviously for the rest of the week, we'd all natter in our WhatsApp chat about it, and we got to tell amazing stories, and we got to share it with all of you lot out there. If you've not watched any of it and you've only been watching Tavern, again, we'll chuck a link up to the playlist at the start. Just go and watch it. It's a really good thing. But it's been, for me, it's let us do the Tavern. So from it, the Tavern got created. So we wouldn't be having these conversations again for you here on the internet. And hopefully we've started something here. So it was a great journey. And it was a 2-year journey for us, but it was a 1-year journey for you lot. But it was a great journey. And we had many great stories to tell and be a part of. And yeah, it was a really enjoyable thing that I will be talking about for many years to come, I'm sure. The fact that she's kind of hidden behind Tinsel at the moment, but I've got my memory of little catcher there with Drool.
The miniature,
which if you haven't seen, go check out the debrief. I'll try and link up there. I think we're running out of cards. We've got three maximum. I think we've only up to 2 now. But yeah, I really enjoyed playing Explorers of Elsewhere, the Cormier campaign. I'm looking forward to being part of the next one as well.
Saying what is fantastic as well is, as we were reminiscing on the end of the campaign that happened very recently, I was like, those were good memories. And then I was like, wait a minute, I can revisit all these because the videos exist of the campaign. And so I was like, I should go rewatch how my character was at the beginning of the campaign because now it's 1 year later and they're completely different.
That's what I really like about this, because for as long as YouTube exists, and I imagine YouTube will exist for a good time into the future, that one of these days, if anyone ever asks me about it, say I have a kid and they ask me, it's like, why have I found you on YouTube? I can tell them it's like we had these adventures, we had these stories, and
in the olden days,
YouTube,
we used to watch things on a screen.
So I can show them these adventures, and I can show them, if we're still talking about that point, I could show them who Anton was when Anton was a young man. And
He was a young man with issues, but we dealt through them.
But yeah, I'm really thankful for the campaign. And I know that's just me being maybe sounding too much, but again, the channel isn't mine. The channel is Dan's. I am just a editor on the channel, so to speak. But I'm thankful that I've got a place to create the tavern. I'm thankful that we've got a place to play, and I hope it grows.
Yeah, I'm thankful too. Wait, I'm thankful for DM Dan.
Yeah.
And you, Carl, for creating both of these comments. There we go.
Yeah,
That's true.
The
Thanks to
next
you both.
episode will be the 1-year anniversary of Tavern.
Yes, it will. Yeah,
Oh,
this is technically
really?
episode 12, but yeah, our January episode, we will have been doing it a full year, so it will be an anniversary episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah, we've been doing it a while, guys. I say while, it's barely anything in the grand scheme of like a YouTube channel.
I mean, a year's nothing to be sniffed at. Like
No, it's not.
like well, if we're gonna self-congratulate, pat ourselves on the back.
Yes.
Like when we kind of had this idea of chucking our D&D games and stuff related to them onto the interwebs, that I never really kind of sat and thought, oh shit, like as of recording, a little while ago we passed 1,000 hours of watch time,
Ooh.
which in the grand scheme of things isn't a lot, but for us it's 1,000 hours more than I think any of us expected.
Yeah.
To be right, like so that like I will talk.
That's
about
quite a
channel,
few
like,
days. 1,000 hours.
Well, I am super thankful.
That's more than some hours I've put into Steam on some games. It's like...
And like I'm blown away by the spread of the channel, like across the globe.
That might be me, Dan. That might be me pinging from different locations. Just putting it out there.
You'd be surprised. There are literally people all over the world that are tuning in to watch us make poor decisions in a make
That's my
world.
VPN, Dan.
Why would you play us this way, Anton? Like destroying the magic. This is Christmas, you bloody Grinch.
No, it's true. Okay, right.
No, I am genuinely quite thankful for that. And I think I'm just going to take a second go. I am thankful that you lot want to stick around, because the way it's looking, call me, it was just a practice run.
On that subject, then, can you give us a sneak peek of what's going to happen next year? Because there's some big stuff happening behind the doors. So,
Sure.
what is happening for Christmas next year?
Okay, so I'll give you all an exclusive. Okay, so because we've just come back from a week away on holiday, and then I was, for better or worse, I was actually doing quite a lot of channel work. So basically, the premise
holiday.
the premise for the new campaign.
Did he do that on purpose?
Oh yeah, he was watching too much like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman announcing that Logan was in. I mean, it would have been a funny bit if they hadn't done it first. And I'm sorry, audio listeners, like for the few of you who do listen to the podcast on audio, he's turned his mic off and he is very, very animated, really animated. And as I said, if you want an example of how animated he is, go watch the Deadpool 3 announcement trailer with Hugh Jackman. It's the same energy.
So Dan is not telling us what's going to happen next year.
Yeah, Dan ain't telling us shit.
But there will be a new campaign, Dan.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. You'll have to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for future notifications of updates and uploads.
What about the trailer? When is the trailer dropping for the new campaign? Because there will be a trailer, Dan.
Well, don't forget, we'd have the teaser trailer before the trailer. Now watch the trailer of the trailer you're just about to watch.
So I can exclusively tell you that the trailer will release on.
This bit is going to get old real quick.
Thank you, Dan. I'm going to lip read what you said. Yeah.
I mean, fundamentally, there is stuff happening on the channel. Even I can sort of admit to that much without like giving anything away. But it's a wait and see game. So yeah, if you're here, hopefully you'll stick around and wait to see it. And if you're new, stick around and wait to see what happens. It's going to hopefully be a journey with a few surprises, I'm sure.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and click that bell notification to see what's going to happen next year.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, that bell is last orders. So gather around the hearth, everyone, for we have a final Christmas story to tell. And that is where you can find us on the social medias. We will start with Anton. Anton, yours is interesting because at the time of recording this, the future of Twitter is a little uncertain. So where can people find you currently?
Me and Elon have a deal. Don't worry about it. You can find me on Twitter at TBD_Anton, where I very seldomly post, but you can still at me if you're angry about your subclasses.
And Dan, where can people find you?
You can find me on the Twitters at DMDanT. You can find me on Instagram at DMDMT. And yeah, why not? As of the release of this episode, you can also find us on the at EO Elsewhere Twitter page.
Hey. You can find me both Twitter and Instagram at Group Stormbear. That's GROOP Stormbear. And you can follow us here at the Tavern at Tavern Between. That's also Twitter and Instagram. I think also at the time of release, we are actually on another podcast, aren't we, Dan?
We are indeed.
Yeah, well, you can find us on Rough Sketch Podcast. You may remember Rough Sketch were a guest of ours a short while ago. So again, if the episode has gone live by the time this one has, I will put a link in the description down below. Also, as we said, next month in January will be our 1 year anniversary. It would mean a lot to us if you would like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Just commenting, throwing a like down, and if you're not subscribe, because it helps us grow. We've been edging closer to, and I know it's not a great number, but 200 subscribers, and we'd love to hit it soon and then just rocket past that point. So anything you can do to help us would be amazing. It helps the channel grow. It helps us know what you actually do and do not like, and also let us know that you want more content from us. And hopefully this year hasn't been a complete and total waste, but I don't think it has.
If you don't want to like and subscribe, then you can send me some coal instead.
You're going to be getting coal anyway, Anton, because you have been, as they say, a very naughty boy. But I think with that, the tavern is now closing. Do be careful as you leave today, because someone has woken up our Christmas Ent and he is throwing baubles in anger.
Oh dear.
He gets like that after a bit too much eggnog.
He does indeed. Stay safe, ladies and gentlemen, and have a very, very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for watching. Release segments like this from the Tavern Between Dimensions every Friday here on the Explorers of Elsewhere channel. Otherwise, if you want to listen to the episode in full, you can check us out on Spotify and Amazon Music.